What's up, Internet? My name is Attack Slug, and welcome back to my continuing Let's Play of LEGO Jurassic World. We are here in Jurassic World, and we are heading into the old section of the park. And, to be honest, one of my issues with that was it's a very nitpicky issue, and as, you know, you may have seen yesterday, there's things that I tend to nitpick a little bit, but as someone who, you know, has seen the original a lot, and as someone who, you know, looked at all the maps, you know, in the books and in the games, where they went to when they were stumbling upon the old visitor center was not where it should have been. Like, the whole top of that map in this movie was at the top of the island, whereas the visitor center in the old movie was not at the top of the island. But, you know, that's one of those things that it's not that big of a deal, really. But, you know, for, like, the hardcore fans, like, you can be like, well, it's not really, it's not where it should be. But, you know, you have to, like, I understand why you had to do it for the movie, only because, you know, you had to have the Indominus at the top of the park, and, you know, kind of just moving downward, that makes that a more compelling, you know, piece of cinema. So, like, I get that part of it. But at the same time, like, it's like, well, the hardcore fans are gonna be like, wait, what? This is not where it's supposed to be. Now, there is a part here, I don't think it's in the game, but there is a part here where they stumble across a broken vehicle and then immediately stumble across the old visitor center. And the speculation was that that vehicle, was...
Whoa. What is that?
Like, basically in the movie that it would have been like right here-ish, right? And they kind of just look over and go, oh, where's this door? Now this is the original visitor center, obviously overgrown in the 20 years since the original movie. But the speculation was that the broken down vehicle was Nedry's Jeep, which literally makes no sense. Why Nedry's Jeep, which was headed toward the East Dock, would be anywhere near the visitor center entrance. He was nowhere near that. He was heading toward the East Dock to hand off the can of Barbasol with the embryos to his guy on the East Dock. He would have not been anywhere near the visitor center. So, having seen it twice, I didn't see if I could notice a number on that vehicle. I don't think it was one of the toy Jeeps, but the toy they sell is Jeep number 12. And Jeep number 12 is Nedry's Jeep. So, yeah, and there's the raptor bones from the you know, and the when dinosaurs ruled the earth thing from the original. Oh no, it's a sick compy. So yeah, like, that's the only thing I could think of is that was why they're selling a copy of Nedry's Jeep as a die-cast toy, because the other toys, the other Jeeps in the movie are 29 and 18. And they sell a toy of 29, which was the Jeep that John Hammond and crew rode in from the helicopter landing in the first movie to the Brachiosaur. And Jeep 18 was the one with Grant and Ellie, like that was the one they were in. So it was, those two Jeeps went from the heliport to the Brachiosaur in the first movie. So I appreciate that the Jeep that these kids are going to rebuild here in a minute or so is going to be one of the original Jeeps. That's pretty cool. But why was Nedry's Jeep in, like, why is that a toy I can buy? That doesn't make any sense to me. I'm just like, maybe they fucked up, because that would not be surprising, considering that the toy Jeep doesn't have the canopy, which obviously Nedry was out in the rain and, you know, had a canopy on his Jeep. So, there's that. But, additionally, I've seen people, online who worked for different departments of, I don't know, Hasbro, or, who, you know, they had worked for a different department on whoever made the decisions on the Jurassic World toys. And they had said that they didn't notice that the Jurassic World toys for the Raptors they didn't notice that those toys did not have the trademark claw until it was already too late. And they go, oh well, fuck, I guess we gotta, you know, they're already off to manufacturing. We have a deadline to reach. I was like, that's fucked up. So the fact that they could have, you know, that the Jeep I bought is 12 when it should have been 18 would not be surprising. But I had expected to see Nedry's Jeep in the movie, and granted, that one that they come across next to the visitor center obviously might be that, but you know, it's in that film for about a split second, so obviously I can't freeze frame it to find out, so I have to wait until I get the Blu-ray and then freeze frame it and find out. So that's my discussion on that stuff. But hey, if anybody has, you know, a pirated copy of the movie and wants to go freeze frame that part and let me know. I don't know if those, like, I don't know what the quality of those bootlegs is. I haven't gone to look. I honestly haven't had time. One more. What does he want? Steak. Oh, right, there's one right here. Just right there. Just found some meat.
I don't know how fresh it's gonna be. Hope that does it.
It has. It looks all better now.
And now I get to play as a compy. Oh, fun.
Oh, great. Now it's following us.
So the compies can go in these, these pipe things and climb around and do their little, you know, stuff like that. There was something else that I wanted to discuss, and I can't remember what the hell I was going to talk about now. Totally just, you know, got sidetracked on the Nedry Jeep thing, because that, you know, it happens. But here's one of the ones that we have to fix as soon as I can get these guys over to here.
Yes. Alright. Up and over, Gray. Yeah, that's not going anywhere. Not without an engine and its front wheel.
Might need gas too.
So there were not very many gas-powered Jeeps on the original island. There were only a handful, because obviously they wanted to have everything be as green as possible. So there were, you know, a lot of electric, etc., etc.
Got the gas. And a lit torch in my hand.
Yeah, good idea. So that, I think, actually, they had these actors record this dialogue for this game, because obviously that line was not in the movie, so there's that. Why is it so glowing? I guess it's not glowing anymore. Whatevs. Do what I want. I gotta smash through here.
Maybe the comm sausages can help again?
Yeah, sure. I could try to. Here we go.
And go get these wheels. There we go.
Worked.
And then I want to say it's the... No, I want to say it's the red wheel. I think I did it... I initially tried the green wheel and it was like, nope, this is not the right wheel. Yeah. Red wheel it is.
One more piece to go.
So now we just need the battery. And you would think that it'd be in here, but apparently not. So the question, of course, remains, where is the battery? Oh, right, I gotta go have him fix this other pipe. The magic wrench. There we go. Wunderbar. That's kind of a weird, abstract way of, I don't know, like, why else would those Why else would those pipes exist? I don't actually know. Alright. So yeah, I thought some of the stuff in terms of how they handled the original, like, obviously, you know, total nostalgia play. Like, why would you have left any of the original stuff on the island that you built the park on? Like, that doesn't make us... Like, obviously, you've contained all of the animals that, you know, were originally roaming free, like the T-Rex, or at least... Or perhaps that's the only one that you went and captured. I don't know. But, you know, you certainly got some of the original animals that were on the original park, because unlike the book, you did not napalm the fucking island. So there's that. But
Okay, it's ready.
if you have some of the original, you know, animals, and obviously they're not roaming free anymore, why wouldn't you have demolished the old park structures to make space for more exhibits, considering you've been open for 10 years? Or, you know, according to the movie timeline, you've been open since '05. So,
It works!
I don't know. It's...
I thought you failed your driver's test.
No. Only the driving part.
Bye, Compy. And there's Nedry and Muldoon and Gennaro, who obviously didn't die in the first section of the game. They just, you know,
For tracking implant.
got stuck on an island.
Clawed it out. They made it out.
Lego footprints.
You hear that?
That's really funny that they had them still on an island with big long beards. It's quite amusing.
How did they get one of these running?
And there's the Indominus. He's like, "Hey guys, how's it going? How you doing? I get to know you." So here we are on the second half of this stage, which is obviously much more involved than the actual section of movie with this stuff, with the Indominus. Much more involved. But, you know, at some point you have to build a video game, so you gotta kind of start making shit up. That's just kind of how it is. Minifig! Alright. Let us, there he is. He's staring at us. He's looking at us. "Hey, guy. I see your red eye. And I raise you one." Alright, let's, keep sneaking through here, because it won't let us walk at full speed.
Hang on a sec.
Do some of that. I think we gotta build a thing here. Yeah. There we go. Get some high bars for Claire to jump on. Oh, hey, Rexy. Hey, Rexy. And then even more things to build. A giant chainsaw.
That looks dangerous.
Practical.
Good. It needs to be.
Oops. Really? Alright. That is a lot of bricks. Alright, so continuing to head in one of these directions. Claire needs to hit this thing. There we go.
Something here.
You don't say. There's something here, she says. Yeah, I see the vines. Let me cut the vines. There we go.
Use this stuff to get over there. How's your balance?
It's good. Oh,
Yeah, that line was not in the movie, so perhaps there were some scenes that got cut. Is also a possibility. Because one of these scenes I recall being discussed was that they had to hide from the Indominus or one of the other animals' sense of smell, and so they had to kind of, you know, smear dino shit on themselves to, and that's, you know, you had seen that in the beginning when he was hiding under the truck from the Indominus. He cut the gas line. But there was apparently a scene with him and Claire when they were, you know, escaping or hiding from something. So I would imagine that would be in any kind of a deleted scene type deal on the home video release, which, to my knowledge, still doesn't have an actual, like, you know, date. Like, I pre-ordered from Amazon, and they were like, yeah, it's gonna be coming at some point, and like didn't even get like a month or anything. It was just like, yeah, it'll come out. And normally I don't pre-order things that don't have a date, but that had a pretty cool statue with it. So I was like, yeah, sure, fine. Although my only complaint with the statue is that it's got the T-Rex and the Indominus, and they're like, you know, not face to face, but like, you know, side by side. But that is clearly a reference to the end of the movie, and it does not have the raptor, which was blue, on the back of the Rex, and that was that whole, you know, triple threat match deal, which was really funny. But I guess I can get into some of that discussion later on, like how, personally, I didn't like the fact that when they had Blue come back to save the day, it was, like, in slow motion. Like, I don't want slow motion in my Jurassic Park films. Like, that's weird. That makes it too Hollywood, in a sense. What am I supposed to do here? Punch these? Perhaps punch these. Yep. Okay. Yeah, that's totally practical, right? What is he, Donkey Kong? Alright. And if you don't get that reference, go look up Donkey Kong 3, I think it was, where Mario was like a beekeeper and he had to keep spraying Donkey Kong or something like that. It was on, like, it was an arcade game, and no, it was on the NES, if I'm not mistaken. It's been a long time, but I remember Mario the beekeeper and having to spray, or perhaps it was Stanley. Maybe it wasn't actually Mario. Maybe it was Stanley. I don't know. I've played a lot of games in my lifetime, and I can't quite remember the fine details on all of them. It all starts to blur together at a certain point. What are you gonna do? Oops. Well, that didn't work. Here we go. Automatic jumping. Running away. Oh, hey! And then we escape the visitor center. And that should be the end of the episode. I'm pretty sure.
Call ACU. Tell them to send everything they've got.
Larry! We found her. South of the Jurassic Valley.
Wait, are you following the dinosaur?
Yes.
Maybe.
Get ACU out here.
And there you go. Out of Bounds level complete. once again continuing my Let's Play of LEGO Jurassic World, which, according to my calculations, should be over on Sunday. And then I'll move on to something else. I don't know what yet, but, you know, we'll see. But yeah, so until then, until next time, and until tomorrow, I am your host, Attack Slug. Plenty of videos going up each and every week. Usually like 2 a day at this point. I'm just kind of, you know, just fucking doing it. So, tune in for that, and I will see you next time, right here on this channel. Thanks for watching, and I'm out.